The recent patch 2K just dropped got a lot of people struggling to shoot, and when I mean struggling to shoot, I mean the equivalent of not being able to throw in a rock in the middle of the ocean while standing in the middle of the ocean.
Nope.
Yeah, that's how bad it is. But today I will be showing y'all some jump shots and jump shot bases to help make y'all shoot better. So getting into the jump shots that I use, starting off with my 6'2 guard. As you can see, I got a 75 3 ball. So the bases that I use for a 75 3 ball is, of course, Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz is the same thing as Steph Curry. If you can't get Steph Curry, make sure you use Markelle Fultz. As you can see, Kyrie Irving released 1, and then Jalen Brunson. I mean, not Jalen Brunson, but Oscar Robertson released 2. Then this is the second jump shot that I use. JJ Redick base is the same as Jalen Brunson base. So if you can't get Jalen Brunson, JJ Redick is good enough. Now, as you can see, look, that's off of the dribble, catch and shoot, good. I told you I was using both of these. I think this is the one with the JJ Redick base. That's Steph Curry base, I mean Markelle Fultz base right there. I didn't get into my 6'6". As you can see, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Jaden McDaniels released 1, Kobe Bryant released 2. This jump shot probably the best jump shot I used so far for my 6'6", my 6'7", my 6'8". I mean, look, fading 3, and then spot up corner, green. It's really a quick release. Like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope base is actually a smooth base. And then this is the second jump shot I use for my 6'7" through 6'8" builds. As you can see, Michael Porter Jr. base, Jaden McDaniels released 1, then that's it. That's all I use. Look, green. This is my lockdown, by the way, too, my ISO lock. Y'all probably already seen that video so far, but yeah, this build is tough, bro. Then just to show y'all I'm not in the wreck, I can shoot in the park too. Shooting in the park in the wreck is very easy if y'all haven't noticed. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's definitely easy. Look, green bean, too late to close out. You know what I'm saying? Then look, get a steal, spin, green. It's tough. And then last but not least, this is my jump shot that I use for my 6'11 Giannis build. Now, I haven't really tested too many jump shots out with my 6'11 because I haven't really played on this build that much. You know what I'm saying? I've been grinding my other builds. But hey, let's go ahead and get into the best jump shot bases to use for 6'1 to 7 foot builds. Now, getting into the best jump shot bases to use for small guards, meaning 6'4 and under. First, I'm gonna be starting off with Trey Burke. Now, Trey Burke is similar to T-Mac, or it might be the same as T-Mac. As you can see, matter of fact, it is the same base as Tracy McGrady. Like, this base for small guards, if you know T-Mac 6'8", 6'7", 6'6", 6'9", you know what I'm saying, depending on what your three-pointer is. But as you can see, this is my 6'2 guard. I got a 75 3 ball. I have used Trey Burke base. It does get the job done. I was able to green a couple shots. You just got to find the right releases that work with Trey Burke base. Now, the next base we got is Steph Curry. Now, I know what you're going to think. Steph Curry, yeah. Steph Curry base is actually kind of smooth. Like I said, depending on what kind of releases you want to use with it. But his base is kind of smooth. I was using this base all last year, and I did use it like twice this year. You know, because when I first made my 6'2", I needed a jump shot, you know, just to start me off. And I couldn't get Curry because I got that 75 3 ball. So I just went to Steph Curry, and I was shooting pretty good. You know, I think I shot my first game with it. I shot 4 for 7, which is kind of good. It's not that many 3-point attempts, but I was still shooting pretty solid. And then next on the list for small guards, we got Markelle Fultz. Now, Markelle Fultz, if you can tell, look at the base. You should already know what the base this is without even me saying that. It's Steph Curry base. You know what I'm saying? Markelle Fultz and Steph Curry got the same base. It's just that the fact that Markelle Fultz base, his time of stability, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, is a C. And I think on Steph, you get it's like an A-, depending on the releases again. But yes, this is the same base, kind of like that Trey Burke base. Trey Burke, same as Tracy McGrady that you can get on small guards, and Markelle Fultz is the same as Steph Curry. Like, if you can't get Steph Curry, Markelle Fultz will be the next best option, just because, you know, it's the same base. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find the right releases that match up with the base. You know what I'm saying? Release speed, release height, A-, defensive immunity, A+, A, whatever. It's up to you. And then Darius Garland. We all know Darius Garland is a good option for, you know, small guards, but a lot of comp guards, they don't use Darius Garland. I'm talking about for like the casual. If you play rec, you know what I'm saying, Darius Garland, Markelle Fultz, that'll be good options for you to use as a base. The next base to use is Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving is another smooth base to use. I was practicing with him in like the little play now mode, and his base is definitely smooth. And yes, it was on Hall of Fame. Like, yeah, his base definitely smooth. Like, his release is smooth too. So Kyrie Irving is definitely another base you can use for small guards. Now, Kyle Lowry is another good base to use for small guards. As you can see, release speed A-, time of stability, you know, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? I got different releases on. I got releases on that don't match with the, you know, that bring your release height and defensive immunity up with this base. But like I said, you find the right releases for this base, you'll be straight. Then of course, y'all all know the best base to use. You know what I'm saying? It's some cop players still using this base. The base from last year, Kevin Porter Jr. mixed in with Oscar Robertson. Y'all already know that's going to be A+ all the way across the board. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Porter Jr., it's definitely a good base. And then last but not least, the best base, I say one of the best bases to use for small guards is JJ Redick. Now, if you can't get Jalen Brunson, which I can't because I got a 75-3, JJ Redick is the next best thing. As you can see, look, as soon as I put it on, I got a release speed A-, time of stability A-, defensive immunity A. Now, if I change my release, you know what I'm saying, my release height would go up. But like I said, JJ Redick, Jalen Brunson is the same base. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get Jalen Brunson, JJ Redick definitely gonna help you out. I'm getting into the 6'6" through the 6'9" bases. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, starting off Carmelo Anthony, one of the best bases to use for a 6'6" through 6'9" build. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, look, I just put it on release speed A-. Y'all see the time of stability. Y'all see the defensive immunity. I told you. Melo base is very underrated. I haven't seen nobody really use his base yet, but it's definitely underrated. And then the next base I say is good for a 6'6" is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Now, as you can see, this is the base I'm using right now. That's the base y'all seen when I was showing y'all, you know, the jump shot, you know, where I was greening with every shot. This is the best, one of the best bases I have used for one of my 6'6s so far. And plus, this is the same base I use for my 6'6", my 6'7" lock, and I think I got a 6'8", my Jason Tatum build. I use the same base. You know what I'm saying? It's very smooth. I can get my shot off quick. You know what I'm saying? Don't really worry about the release height. If you know, because you got an A+ defensive immunity. So closeouts, you know what I'm saying? Even though they give you random, I ain't gonna lie, they ain't even fixed the speed ups in this game, which is crazy. And then of course, we all know Kevin Durant is another good base to use for 6'6" to 6'10". You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's KD base. Now, I wouldn't recommend using his jump shot, because if you use that jump shot, that release speed gonna go all the way down. But his base, definitely solid. Tobias Harris is another good base. I've seen a couple people use Tobias Harris so far this year. Like, a lot of people was using this last year on 2K23. Yeah, I kind of found out about it late last year on 2K23, but this year it's still good. And then here y'all go again, Tracy McGrady. Like I said, when I was showing y'all my 6'2" and below, the best bases to use, I told y'all Trey Burke is the same base as Tracy McGrady. So, and of course, we all know T-Mac. A lot of people using T-Mac right now, so that's another smooth base to use for 6'6" through 6'9". And then last but not least, Michael Porter Jr. is another good one. I was using MPJ to start off the year before I switched to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for my 6'6", my 6'7", my 6'8" build. It was very smooth, but I just got tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to try something new. That's why I switched from Michael Porter Jr. to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. But like I said, it's definitely a good base to use. Now, this is the last best base to use for 6'6", you know, 6'7", 6'8". I forgot about J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith, I was using that last year on 2K23, and I think around season 6, you know what I'm saying? But J.R., because that's, y'all know, I don't know why they wait to release the animations on these games, bro. But anyway, J.R. Smith, another good base to use. Very smooth, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what release you use, but his base is smooth. Now, I haven't played on my big man enough this year, you know what I'm saying, to tell y'all what are the actual good bases. I'm just tell y'all a couple, you know what I'm saying, that I know that I tried. So Jaren Jackson, of course, very smooth base to use, you know what I'm saying, even though it got that little push shot, as you can see, you know what I'm saying, it barely come off the ground, but it's still another good base to use. Plus you see the time and stability with an 8. And then going to Jonathan Isaac. A lot of people use Jonathan Isaac. I don't know why, because I ain't gonna lie, I can't rock with it. Probably because it got that release speed A+, as you can see, as I just clicked on the base, but I really can't get into it. And then, like I said previously, y'all already know KD, one of the best jump shots to use for 6'10" and up, because it's Kevin Durant. Of course, it's gonna be one of the best bases. And then another good base to use is PJ Washington. You know, PJ Washington a little slept on, you know what I'm saying, but it's still a good base to use. And then last but not least, y'all already know Eric Pascal, bro. I'm so tired of looking at this Eric Pascal, bro, but it's like one of the 4 or 5 good bases to use for a big man, you know what I'm saying? Which is sad, but hey, it is what it is. But hey, if y'all boys new to the channel, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And I got some more videos coming for y'all soon, man. I'm out.